Hey, I'm glad you're here. If you've ever found yourself halfway up a wall, arms completely torched, wondering how other climbers make it look so effortless, this is for you. Today, we're going to get into the single biggest game changer for your climbing, and it all starts with your feet. We're going to learn how to climb smarter, not just harder. Let's jump in.
All right, I want you to really let this sink in. This is probably the biggest myth in climbing, that it's all about pull-ups and upper body strength. But that's just not the case. The climbers who seem to float up the wall, the ones who make it look like a dance, they haven't just trained their arms. They've perfected their footwork. That's the real secret.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the absolute foundation, the proper jobs for your legs and arms. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of foot placement. From there, I'll give you some simple drills to lock it all into muscle memory. We'll talk about balance, fix some common mistakes, and I'll leave you with a practice plan you can use your next time at the gym.
Okay, first things first. We have to completely reframe how you think about your body on the wall. If you can grasp this one concept, I promise you, you will immediately climb longer and feel way less tired. It's all about understanding who does what. I want you to think of it like this. Your legs are the engine. Your quads, your glutes, these are the biggest, most powerful muscles in your entire body. They are built to push you upwards. Your arms, they're just the hooks. Their main job is to keep you connected to the wall and to help with balance. If you try to do every single move by pulling with those little arm muscles, you're going to burn out your engine in no time.
So this is the big takeaway. From now on, whenever you get ready to move, your first thought needs to be, how can I push myself up with my legs? It should not be, how do I pull myself to that next handhold? Shifting your focus to pushing from your feet is what saves all that precious arm strength for when you actually need it.
Okay, so we know we need to use our legs. But how, exactly? Well, it all starts with how you stand on the footholds. It's not enough to just get your foot on there somewhere. You have to be precise. You have to be deliberate. Let's break down how to do that. Your new best friend on the wall is what we call the inside edge. That's the part of your shoe right around your big toe. This is the absolute powerhouse of your foot. It gives you the most stability and the most strength to really stand up and drive off a hold. Honestly, for most of the moves you'll make, this is the part of the shoe you want to be using. Now, the outside edge, over by your pinky toe, is more of a specialty tool. It's incredibly useful for certain moves, like when you're moving sideways across the wall, or for a move called a back step, where you turn your hip into the wall to get a much longer reach. Using that outside edge really unlocks a whole new world of movement.
But what about when there's nothing? No foothold at all? That's when you smear. Smearing is just trusting the sticky rubber on your shoes. You press the sole of your shoe flat against the wall texture, using friction to basically create a foothold out of thin air. I know, it feels a little sketchy at first, but learning to trust a good smear is a massive confidence booster.
No matter what part of the shoe you're using, the process is always the same. It's a simple three-step mantra. First, you look. Stare at the exact spot on the hold you're aiming for. Second, you place. Put your foot there deliberately and quietly. A loud thud or scrape means you're not in control. And third, commit. Slowly and smoothly transfer your weight onto that foot. Trust it. All right, knowing all this is great, but we need to make it automatic, right? We need to turn this theory into pure muscle memory, so you're not thinking about every single foot placement when you're climbing, and that's exactly what drills are for. The number one drill I give to every new climber is the quiet feet drill. It's so simple. Your goal is to climb without making a single sound with your feet. You see, noise is a sign of inefficiency. If your foot is banging into the wall or scraping up to a hold, it means it's uncontrolled. By forcing yourself to be silent, you're also forcing yourself to be precise. And here's how you practice it. First, pick a climb that is super easy for you. This is about technique, not a workout. For every single foot movement, you're going to follow that look, place, commit process. If you make any sound, a tap, a scrape, anything, the rule is you have to climb down and do that move again until it's silent. Just doing this on a few easy climbs when you warm up will work wonders for your footwork.
So, we've really dialed in on the feet. Now let's zoom out a bit and look at your body as a whole, because good footwork is only half the battle. We also need to talk about balance and how to make gravity work for you, not against you.
Your body's center of gravity, that balancing point where all your weight is focused, is right around your hips. And the physics here are pretty straightforward. The closer you can keep your hips to the wall, the more your weight is driving straight down into your feet. The moment your hips sag away from the wall, all of that weight swings onto your arms, and they have to work overtime just to hold you.
Look at the difference here. On the left, that's what we call being sucked out from the wall. Hips are way out, arms are bent, burning energy. It feels awful. But on the right, the hips are in tight. Notice how that lets the arm stay almost completely straight? A straight arm is hanging on your skeleton, which doesn't get tired. This position is stable, it's balanced, and it sets you up perfectly to push with your legs.
You know, as a coach, I see the same handful of mistakes over and over again with new climbers. And the best part is, they're usually really simple to fix once you know what to look for. So let's run through a quick troubleshooting guide for you.
Do you only look at your handholds? From now on, look at your feet first. Gripping every hold like your life depends on it? Take a breath, relax your grip, and shake out your hands. Making big, wild moves for the next hold? Try looking for smaller, higher footholds to make more controlled steps. Scraping your feet? You already know the fix for that one. Quiet feet drill. And finally, if you're standing on holds with the arch of your foot, you're losing all your power. Get back on your toes.
Okay, that was a lot of information, but it's not going to do you any good if you don't actually put it into practice. So I've put together a super simple plan for you to follow the very next time you go to the gym. Think of it as your homework.
Once you're all warmed up, I want you to dedicate some time to pure technique. First, climb 2 super easy routes where your only goal is perfect, silent footwork. That's it. Then, climb 2 more easy routes, but this time, your only focus is keeping your hips glued to the wall and your arms straight. After you've done that, go ahead and try something harder. But before you get on the wall, plan out all of your foot moves first.
And please, remember this. You will get better so much faster by climbing easy routes with perfect technique than by throwing yourself at hard routes with sloppy form. It's all about building that solid foundation. Being consistent with your practice is everything.
At the end of the day, your feet are your foundation. If you can master them, you will see huge improvements in your climbing, fast. So what's it going to be next time you're at the gym? Are you going to focus on the quiet feet drill or on keeping those hips in? Make a decision right now. Commit to it. You're going to see a difference. Thanks for tuning in and climb smart.